EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the home of the Cardinals, State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. First carry for King Henry. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. We'll go again here with Henry. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Go ahead. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A shotgun snap for Tua. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by their rookie corner.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jaylen Warren. Open space to the 35. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way.
Here's Warren to the 5-yard line. Now here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Warren. And nothing develops there. It'll stay right at the 5-yard line. No gain on that one.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you had any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
Set. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That one taken in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
"7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Harris Campbell now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Gonna go right back to Henry. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Charger 1st down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Out of the pistol, here's Tua. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Pistol give to Henry. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tua. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Tagovailoa working out of the pistol. That is intercepted by the 1st-round pick from April. It's Quinyon Mitchell. And he covers some ground on the return as well. Out of bounds, past the 40-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. Second and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Here's 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Set to go now on 1st and 10. That's to the right side. He's got Corley. And he will be out of bounds on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Chargers, nothing.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
20 TX.
On the ground, here's Henry. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
On 1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's set. Watson, Oscar. Watson, Oscar.
A give right up the middle to Henry. And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks. On the handoff, it's Henry. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd down. In motion, the tight end Uzama. On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down. Now it's Tua. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbound. Big third down pickup for a first down.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on third down, but what they call third and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert third downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
All right, come on.
A pistol set with Tagovailoa. To the right side, and Kirk's got it. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Ready, shot.
Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And he's in! Derrick Henry, touchdown Chargers.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And they'll finally track him down as he takes it up to the 45-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
10. Drill right, 22. Sit on.
2nd down, it's Stafford. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And he will go all the way. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Arizona. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Tua. Finding his tight end, Mayer. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. This is Henry. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Ready.
Now a 1st down throw for Tua. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. Talanoa Hufanga had the coverage from the safety position and comes away with the breakup.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Tunga Vailoa. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. 18 yards on the connection. 1st down, L.A.
Hey, that's it. Hey, Watson.
Tua to throw again. Now a screen set up for Henry. He's into space past the 25. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
Again, it's Tua. He's got the tight end, Mayer. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
He is in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, L.A. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. A return now from the 4. And he'll work this one past the 25. Yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
Ready? Hey, give me radar.
Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. Here's Bryce Behringer now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. That's not going to work out as planned. This is going to be down on this side of midfield. In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. On 1st and 10, here's Tua. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. They get 16 on that connection, and the Chargers have the 1st down.
20 TX. Ready.
Now Tua. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll run it on first down with Henry, and he'll get about 5. Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
21G, 21G.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Good. Watson Oscar. Number 1 high. Number 1 high. Number 1 high.
Tua now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Gay's kick is good. And the Chargers move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And he's got it at the 1. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Hey.
A first down throw for Stafford. That's caught. It's Jared Wiley, the tight end. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
22.
To throw is Stafford. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And it'll be 2nd down.
Set. Omaha, ready, move.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Kevin Duvernay. Touchdown, Cardinals.
These are the plays that when you look back, Mike, they ultimately decide the outcome of the game. There's no time left on the clock. All they're trying to do is take a shot into the end zone. You've got to get depth. You've got to have guys that can go up and high point and compete for the ball. And you've just got to knock this ball down and go into halftime.
Badgley now, attack on the extra point. The kick is good, so add one more. They will take a first-half lead into the locker room. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And this one will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Monday.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. Passing right side, and Chase has it. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly.
On the handoff, this is Warren. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
Set. Hey, 5-0.
Out of the gun, Stafford. A quick slant taken by Chase. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
So far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Here's Warren. He's got space inside the 25. And he's going to take this all the way home. Jalen Warren, touchdown, Arizona. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Here's Badgley for the extra point. And he misses the extra point. It's no good. That is his 2nd miss of the year. And the score stays right where it is. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Great tight ends in the game to start the drive. On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. The veteran Kenny Clark in on the stop. They'll go again here with Henry. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Throwing on third down, Tungo Bailoa. And that is incomplete. Michael Mayer, the tight end, was targeted with that one. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They're going to go. It's Tua. He'll spot Henry open downfield. And he's going to have the Chargers first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
Turbo three, kick. Turbo three, kick. Out.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Off play action, it's Tua. A throw left side taken in by Corley. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Ready. Turbo 2, ice jab, turbo 2.
Fake the handoff. Now, Tua. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
And Watson, Oscar.
In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. They'll give it, going left. There's Henry. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Third and 9.
Long. Solo left Zion. 20 TX. Hey, 21 TX. Out.
From the gun, here's Tua. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Malachi Corley. And that'll set up fourth down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 10, and he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
Ready. 50.
On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. Once again, it's Warren. Inside the 35. The speed on display. He's in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Cardinals. That his second touchdown tonight. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa finding his tight end, Mayer. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Now a 1st down throw for Tua. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. A gain there of 21. 1st down, LA. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. Here's Henry, and not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
They're going to go right back to Henry. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Tua now on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really nice drive they've been able to put together, Mike, and I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance. A lot of success.
All right, fellas, listen up. Hey! 21G, 21G. Hey.
Throwing is Tua. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Right. Step.
In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. On the handoff, running left is Henry. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3.
Hey, low.
In motion, that's the tight end, Mayer. They'll try and run, and here's Henry. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
That third down stop, Mike, now changes the entire approach of this offense. You're thinking to yourself, all right, it's 3rd down. Let's run it on up in there. If we don't score, we still have 4th down in our back pocket. But now the defense takes you back for a loss. So what do you do now?
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he will score. Game on. Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Los Angeles. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision. Down 8, going for 2. On the ground, here's Henry. And he'll get into the end zone and get this one a couple of points closer. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Now Warren. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. Robinson, a first down and more. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss. Going for it all. He's got it. And he's into the end zone yet again. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Arizona. That is his 3rd touchdown of the game and his 9th for the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Stafford has his guys set They'll try to add 2 more after the touchdown. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll swing that out wide, and he will get into the end zone and extend the lead by 2 more. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Campbell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, number 2, ice jab. Ice jab, number 2, ice jab.
Now it's Tua. Now a screen set up for Henry. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Ready. Ready.
To throw is Tua. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. He'll let one go deep for Kirk. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Good. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. 20, TX. And Watson.
They snap it to Tua. Incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Here's a handoff to Warren. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively.
53.
It's 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 13 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
Ready? 40 got. 40 got.
Here's Stafford. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their side.
And this one is blocked. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. A shotgun snap for Tua. There's that man again. Another catch. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
First down, Chargers.
That's it. Corner, low.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. 18 on the gain again. And another first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. And it'll bring up second down.
Ready.
Throwing again, it's Tua. They'll try to set up the screen here. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's safe. Good. Hey, 21, here.
Tua to throw again. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And the Cardinals are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win for the Cardinals. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals, as we say, so long from Glendale.